right. Welcome back. Now, of course, it's Breakfast Daily. If you're just joining us, welcome. It's going to be a great morning having conversations about tourism. Of course, you know that with the Heritage Month approaching, we're talking Make It Ghana tourism, Make It Ghana investments, Make It Ghana film. It's all about focusing on Ghana and building, our ecosystems to make sure that Ghana benefits 100% from all the various sectors of the economy that's possible. Now, tourism, we're having this conversation, but today I want to find out from you, where have you been in Ghana, and where haven't you been that you would like to go, and why? All right? Share with us your thoughts. Where have you not been yet, and that you would like to go, and why? All right? Now, I've been fortunate, I've been blessed, working as a photographer for many years, traveled around virtually all the parts of the country. Frema, I don't know, where haven't you yet been that you would like to go? Okay,
so, a place like Amejope is, has been redone, with a canopy walkway and stuff. I haven't been there yet.
Now, that's something I haven't experienced.
Exactly, and I want to really do it. And I'm excited that I'm doing it in like a week's time. Yeah.
Yeah, so of course, with Heritage Caravan, this experience is going to be part of what patrons will be experiencing on Heritage Caravan. But I have been to Amejope, but when I went, the canopy walk wasn't in existence at that time. Yeah. So that's definitely something to look forward to. I went and then climbed up to Mount Gemi. So that's my claim to fame that I've been to.
No, I did Afajato.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And I got up there and I wrote my name that I was here. So yeah, because it's not easy,
No, you know what? Then I think I need to go back to Gemi and go and write my name, because when I got, I didn't write my name.
Oh no, Charlie, it's a big achievement. You should put it on your CV. So you do that, and I also did a Tagbo Falls as well.
Okay.
In fact, it's supposed to be Togbe Falls. But we always say that the foreigners couldn't mention it, and so we've accepted it. I have a serious problem with that thing we do. The fact that somebody can mention your name doesn't mean that change your name.
We don't change it for them to mention.
The wrong one they are mentioning.
No.
You can't do that.
We shouldn't do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but I think we can look at it region by region.
Okay.
So we take maybe Greater Accra. Which tourist areas in Greater Accra have you visited?
Well, with Greater Accra, I mean, I've definitely done the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum, which I absolutely love. The space there. I just think that more could be done with the space. And again, it's like a lot of the other places. I think there's a lot that can be done with the spaces that we have, which we've not done well with those ones. But let me put the number out so that people can start calling us to let us know what their experiences, what they want to experience. All right, so pick a city in Ghana that you haven't visited and tell us why you want to see it. All right, so a city, a town, a village, a place of touristic interest. All right, so 0204-447-033. That's the number to call. Call and let us know what you think, especially as we're having this conversation right here. Yeah, so Greater Accra.
You've done the National Museum.
Yes.
Yes.
You see, the National Museum itself underwent a lot of refurbishment.
Yeah.
And it was for many years, it was closed and all of that. I haven't been since it's been opened. I would love to see what they've done with it, and if it represents the national color of Ghana, in terms of showcasing all the different parts of the country, different historical relics from the different places in the country, and so on and so forth. I'm hoping that's what they've done, but I hope to be surprised also that they've done a bit more and something interesting in this space. They took a long time to do that.
Yes.
Hopefully they've done something.
Now, one place that I think in Greater Accra is very historic is Jamestown.
It is.
It tells a beautiful story, with the British Accra, with our fishing industry, with so much, and sports as well. The Choco.
In mentioning Jamestown, there's a house called Takwa House.
And there's Brazil House as well.
And there's Brazil House. Now, the Takwa house, also known, I think, as Gold House. It's actually the place where they actually weighed and did the accounting for the gold before export. You know, so everything would come to that building.
Yeah.
And then they would do the final assessment and everything else before it was shipped out. You know, so it's a very interesting space. You know, Jamestown. So many different. The forts are there.
Exactly. Castle.
Yeah, castle.
No, Christianborg is a
that-
very symbolic
very,
edifice,
very,
you know, in
yes,
telling our story
yes.
as a people.
And the lighthouse.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, because
Have you climbed the
Jamestown had a
lighthouse?
proper harbor.
Have you climbed it before? The lighthouse?
No, I haven't.
I have.
I rather went to fly a drone around it instead
No,
of
I
climbing
did. No,
it.
the time that I went up there, David,
Yeah.
it was scary, and it really is a reflection of how we do not really pay attention to maintenance in this country. You know, because this is a beautiful tourist attraction, but going up there, the rails, you know, to the stairs that will carry you up there, rusty, looks like a death trap, looks like you will fall off, and all this. And I think that we really need to pay attention to some of these things because this is our own. This is what we have. This is how we can tell our story.
I think we don't do very well with preserving. Let's talk to Emmanuel from Kumasi. Emmanuel, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Thank you.
All right, so which site would you like to visit in Ghana that, oh, we lost Emmanuel there on the line. Emmanuel, please try again. Okay, let's hear from you. And if you can't get through on the lines, you can also WhatsApp us and we'll read it out here and share your thoughts with the world. It's, again, the same number is 0204-447-033. All right, the number is also on your screens as well.
Now let's do Central Region.
Central Region.
The Elmina Castle.
I've been to Elmina.
Cape
I've been
Coast
to
Castle.
Cape Coast. I find interesting Fort Jago.
Okay.
Now, I'll tell you why I find it interesting. You see, the forts were meant to protect the castles. You see, and you know the concept of forts and castles, right? I think a lot of people maybe miss it because we don't understand that the fort was where the soldiers were. The soldiers of the era were manning the fort, and they were the watchmen, the lookout, so that if enemies were coming, because the forts are always built higher than the castle.
Yeah.
The castle is where the governor lived, you know, and then the fort is where the soldiers were. So the forts, they would live, they had, you know, their telescopes, binoculars, whatever. They would see enemies coming, but they're there to protect the castle. You know? So you see, fort, there's always a castle, a fort close to a castle. So Fort Jago is an interesting one for me. I mean, I think many of the major landmarks there, Bridge House.
Yes.
Bridge House, I've been to Bridge House. I think many of the Central Region ones I've
Now I've been to Salt Pond as well.
Okay.
And
Yes,
Salt Pond
Pond is
as
another
a
one.
community,
Yes.
you know, that is where we have the rebirth of modern politics in Ghana.
yes.
And so you have the UGCC,
Yes.
you have Nkrumah's office, you know, and sometimes it is, yes, you know,
Wow,
where
Nkrumah's
Nkrumah
office.
lived,
That I
where
haven't seen.
is in Salt Pond, where Nkrumah lived, where his office was. But sadly, today people live there, people are using them for their private stuff. And I think that these are, I mean, things that we need to
should
preserve, you know.
as a nation.
Exactly.
Yeah, we should.
So you go there and
you only ever have one first president.
that is it. And even with
Seriously.
the
It's
big
like
six,
we don't
you
understand
know,
it.
the big six,
Yeah.
the Kweju Agris,
Yeah.
all these
All
people
of them.
had a lot of imprint in Salt
Salt
Pond.
Pond,
And I
yeah.
think Salt Pond is, look, we should take our students to Salt Pond on excursions.
Every student.
Exactly,
in-
because it tells so much.
Yeah. Well, we have a caller from Boko. Hello. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes. Welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Thank you and welcome to.
What's your name, please?
Please, my name is Tanimu, calling from Apais, Boku, particularly.
Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you for joining us. Talk to us about
You're
what you are looking forward to experience in parts of Ghana.
Yeah, please, I love to go to Jamestown.
Jamestown.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Um,
What is it about Jamestown that is attracting you?
I love the fishery that is happening around there.
Okay.
And particularly the canoes. I just love to be in canoe. Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us this morning
You're welcome.
on Breakfast Daily. Yeah. You know, Jamestown, as he mentioned the fisheries and all of that, it brought to mind something that I saw. You know, in Jamestown, there's the oldest photo studio in Ghana, Diogratis,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Now, I visited Diogratis and I went through some of their photos. And I realized that back in the 60s and 70s, we actually had a boat building company at Jamestown, boat building. And they were not building wooden boats, they were building aluminium boats in the 70s.
Look, David,
And there were photos of these.
What we don't realize is Ghana is very blessed.
Yeah.
Every community in Ghana tells a story. Every community has an attraction one way or the other. Because let's not forget that our forests, our rivers, all these are tourist centers, you know, that people elsewhere do not have.
Yeah.
And look at a place like Dodowa.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, yeah.
Look, we've read in books growing up, you know, in school. The Dodowa forest and the proverbial, you don't know what is in the Dodowa forest, you know. And these are stories that today when you ask young children, where's the, and Dodowa is just here.
Yeah.
Why don't we take...
I have to tell us a little story. So I went to Dodowa Forest for the first time, and I think maybe the only time, because Frema took me there many years ago. This was on YouTube, you know, and I was her able photography assistant, following her, taking pictures of the experiences, trying to fly drones. Remember, we struggled to fly the drone in the forest. And I think eventually I discovered why.
Okay.
It was the rock, the magnetic content of the rock.
Okay.
You know, so you have to come from outside before you be able to fly in. You can't take off from inside.
No, hold on with your Dodowa story. We have Samson on the line. Hello, Samson. Okay, Samson is gone, so we'll get back to him.
Yeah.
So please go on.
Yes. No, so, and then I remember the you know, the person taking us around says that you're not allowed to enter into you can go to this plant where the waterfalls is there, but you can't enter the forest. And I remember...
Oh, the waterfall was Chenku
waterfall. Yes, in the Dodowa forest. Yeah. You know, but you see, that's another thing.
Exactly.
Nobody talks about Dodowa and thinks of waterfall. But it's just a short drive from Accra.
Exactly.
You're there, and it's a beautiful
and it's
waterfall.
huge.
It's a massive waterfall. That took me off guard. I won't lie.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That took me off guard. I didn't expect it at all.
Yes.
You know. But we walked into the place they said we should do. We went to step inside to see whether something will happen. Nothing happened.
I would say something. So Samson is back. Hi, Samson.
Hello, Samson.
Hello.
All right, seems we're having challenges with
he's
Samson's
gone.
line.
Yeah.
All right, so what I realized is that these some of these stories are told us for the sake of preservation of our sites, you know. So I think that in the olden days, people did have a mind to preserve, you know, the integrity of some of these spaces. So,
and you know, you remember that huge tree in Dodowa?
Yeah.
You know, before you go to the
There's
Dodowa
some
township,
massive,
there's that huge. Is it? I think it's a baobab tree.
I think it's
and
a
it tells
baobab
the
tree,
story of the wars. You know, back then.
Yeah.
I think it was the Ashantis and the Dentras. You
Yes, there
know,
was
certain traps for
huge
them in
wall.
the Dodowa forest and all that.
And you see markings on the tree.
Exactly, because that's where they released their bullets.
Yes.
Remember, after the day's war, when they had to go take their hideouts in the forest, they had to discharge their weapons. Weapons. And that marks you find on the tree is believed to be the marks of the bullets.
Yeah. Wow.
So you drive past the tree and you just see a tree, but that is part of our history. Exactly.
A lot of history.
Yeah,
Bismarck is calling us all the way from the western north. Bismarck, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. Which part of western north are you?
Tanoko.
Oh, okay. Welcome to Breakfast Daily. So tell us about, oh gosh, it looks like we've lost, I'm not sure what's going on. We've lost about 3 or 4 callers so far, you know.
No, we started with Volta region. We spoke about Afajato. We mentioned Amejope.
Yes.
But we did not mention Tafiatome.
Tafiatome. Tell me about it. The Monkey Sanctuary?
The Monkey Sanctuary.
Okay.
Now, I find that story very interesting because the monkeys there are believed to be gods.
Yes.
And so they come to the community
Yeah.
to dine with the people,
Yes.
to commune with the
Yes.
people, and they
Yes.
go back. And they are very, very friendly.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so that is also another forest, you know, but with the monkeys and
With the
all
monkeys
that.
in there,
and
yeah.
and it's a different kind of experience.
How about we tell the story of the animals that are deified as part of our tourism? So
Yeah.
you mentioned the Monkey Sanctuary, but they are not the only wild animals that are friendly to the
Yeah,
community.
yeah.
Go to Paga, you see
The crocodiles.
wild crocodiles,
Yes,
but they are
yes.
there as tame
Yeah.
and as calm.
And they're also believed to be gods as
and they are
well,
believed to be gods,
protecting
you
the
know? Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
You know, the baboons at Shy Hill.
Shy Hills, the baboons.
Yes.
That's another experience.
But Shy Hills
Yeah.
is fun, you know.
No, listen. I've heard what they are doing there in the Shy Hills, and I need to go visit again.
Oh, you should.
Yeah.
You should.
You know, a few years ago I went, but at that time they hadn't set up the tents and the lodging areas and all of that. I need to go back there. You know, and I saw a photo. One of my friends, you know, Bob Pixel.
Yes,
of
yes,
Blessed
God
Memory.
bless his soul.
He took some photos there at the
Yeah.
Shy Hills. Zebra, you see zebra running in
Oh,
at sunrise.
I
was
went.
like, wow, I
I've
need
been to
go
Shy
there.
Hills, you know, and it is beautiful. I mean, they have the small museum there as well
okay.
that has bones of elephants and
Okay.
animals like that, you know. And, you know, it's also used for research purposes and stuff
Okay,
like that. So we
okay.
have academics come in to conduct researches there and all. And then you do your abseiling.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
and I loved abseiling. I fall off at some point, but you know you can never hurt yourself because of all the harness that will hold you and the protective gear and all
okay.
that. So you have these holding you firmly.
Okay.
So even if you slip off the mountain, you can still find your way
Okay,
back,
good.
and there's no way you come down. There's no way.
Interesting.
It's
Abseiling.
frightening. Yes, abseiling.
Okay.
It's very adventurous, but I smile
you
in the
have
face
to
of
have
adventure.
an adventurous bone in you.
Oh,
to
yeah,
be
I
able
do.
to-
You
to-
know
yeah,
me. I
know.
love these things. Yeah, it makes my adrenaline go up and
Yeah.
down. And I just love it. But I think Shy Hills, one, is not too far away,
It
and
isn't,
it
yeah.
has different elements of attractions. You can do your cycling,
Yeah.
you can do your hiking, the abseiling, you visit the animals and all that. And I think that we should really make a good use of these areas. But I know
I
the
wonder
Shy
how
area.
many people on their regular would visit Shy Hills, let's say, in a month. You know.
Yeah.
I think that as Ghanaians, we are quicker to buy a ticket to go to Dubai shopping mall, you know, than to spend much less money to travel around our own
But
country
David,
and
you-
see the beautiful
and David,
sights
the thing is,
of what we have here.
a place like UAE, a place like Dubai, is very deliberate about
Yes.
promoting tourism.
Yes,
You
yes.
know,
That's-
it is in your face. But how well do we market our own
Ours, yeah.
tourist
yeah.
sites? You know, so it is by references, by word of mouth, and all that. But I think we need to be deliberate. You know, look, let's partner media houses. Put some of these together in the form of documentaries.
Yeah.
Let's air them, okay? Put them on flights. Just as you have maybe going to, I don't know about that very much, but we can, look, collaborate with some of these airlines, have them as part of the entertainment on your flight. You know, you can go to
It's
other
so
places.
important.
Yes.
When as you are arriving at the country, they're telling you all the different things you can experience when you get there.
You know,
do we have that?
That is the issue. So
You
you're
know?
going to UAE, they give you ideas of places you can visit. You know, you're going to South Africa, they give you ideas. Other places, you have all these.
Yeah.
And I think that we should be deliberate about some of these things.
Yeah, very much so.
If you have to buy airtime, let's buy airtime.
Yeah.
Let's show these. Let's put them in people's faces. Because there are a lot of people who would want to get out from their homes, visit other places, but sometimes you don't even know where you are going.
yeah.
Look, anyway, we
Yeah.
can visit my home region, the Ashanti
The
region.
Ashanti region. The Ashanti
Let's
region.
start from the seat of
Menchia.
the occupant of the
I-
Golden Stool.
I have been to
Menchia.
Menchia, and I've been to the Menchia Museum, and I think that the stories in there are absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
the history in the Menchia Palace is something else.
Culture,
You know,
heritage, tradition.
all of that.
Everything.
All of that. You know,
Yes.
and the people who are the storytellers really tell a good story. And
course.
for me, that was what I was really impressed about.
Yes.
They tell a good story. They tell a story. You can almost picture being in that time of where the story is being told from. It's beautiful.
And still in Ashanti region, we can look at Ejuso.
Okay.
You know, for Yasantua.
Yes, Yasantua.
Look, we all talk about
Yes.
Yasantua,
Yes.
but how many people have been to Ejuso to know where Yasantua lived
where her home
and
was,
all
yeah.
that action? We know of the Yasantua War, that's
War.
1900. But how well, you know, have we really lived that story? These places, you don't need visas, you don't need
at
so much, you know.
all.
So why are we not
all.
telling the story
Yeah,
properly?
yeah.
Not too far away, you
It's
get
Bonre.
to Bonre,
Yep.
you know, the home of Kente. The
Yep.
people of Agotime will fight, you know, because they also believe that Bonre comes
Yeah,
from Agotime.
yeah, I know,
but
right?
I say Kente comes from Bonre. You know, the beautiful story of Bonre and the name Kente, where it came from. From the story of from the side of Ashanti, they believe that Kente, you know, has two school of thoughts.
Okay.
One was how it was woven like a basket. It looked like kentang, you know. So with time, you know, and its
Became
language, it
kente.
became. And another one also is the chief at the time when Kente, Kwegu and Amayao discovered Kente. You know, the Anansi weaving the Kente. When they saw it, they also decided to do it. Now, when they were able to do it and bring it to the chief, that this is what we've seen. The chief's wife at the time was Adoma Kente. You know, and so the chief said, where they are 47 Mayere Adoma Kente. You know, and then with time, so it was as beautiful.
I like that story. I like that one.
I like that Adoma Kente.
I like that Adoma Kente. I like that one.
Yeah. So you know, all these, we wear Kente and all that, you know, so why is Kente that prestigious? Why do we do this? And these are stories we should know. You know, you go anywhere in the world and you find Kente.
I mean, people are wearing Kente on a global award platform.
Yes.
Red carpet.
Yes.
Global. They're
Yes.
wearing Kente.
Yes.
But we have not packaged our story.
Exactly,
You
you know,
know.
and now the Chinese are beginning to
They are doing this, their type of something.
their own fabric with the Kente patterns and all that. And I think that, look, we need to patent all these and own them properly and tell our story. Let the world know that this is the home of Kente. This is the story behind Kente. You know, we have so much to tell. And I think that is our comparative advantage because there can only be one Kente, you know, regardless of wherever.
There's only one Ghana, there's only one
Bonre or
there's
Agotime.
only- Yeah, exactly. You know, yeah. I mean, it's the part of Ghana that, and I said this, you know, last week, that the part of Ghana that I think I need really to go more deliberately and visit properly is Western North.
Okay.
You know, I think that's where I feel as though I don't know well enough. You know, I think it was back in 2005, I did the three towns, Samaraboy, Asankregoa, and Enchi. But it was more like a drive-through kind of thing, you know. But it would be good to know what tourist attractions are there, you know, and discover a bit more in the Western North. I really wanted to ask the gentleman called from Western North, you know, what are the sites that they have there,
visiting.
But yeah, where else?
Let's go to like the Bono areas,
Okay.
the Ahafo,
Let's do
we have
that.
Kintampo Falls.
Yes, absolutely. And Kintampo Falls, I must say, they've done a good job in refurbishing the place after the accident that happened there.
Yes.
Really
You know,
good
it also
job.
has the steps,
Yes.
I've forgotten the number, you know, but quite.
Was it up to 100 steps in the Kintampo?
more.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
more. Yeah.
And the waterfall, look, nature has been very favorable to Ghana. But it looks like because we have
it in
so
abundance.
many of them,
We have it in
really don't pay
abundance.
attention.
Yeah.
Because look at the Kintampo waterfall.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so refreshing.
Yeah. Speaking of waterfalls and you know, God having blessed this land with abundance. You know, Steve Abebio and his Gina had traveled around, and they had just done a part of the story, and they already got 33 on record. Videos, photos, they have 33 on record.
Look, there's a community.
But this
called,
is just it's like there are places they say they couldn't even go.
Yeah, there's a community called, is it Adanse Abuabu?
Okay.
You know, somewhere in the Ashanti region,
Okay.
they also have like waterfalls. Look, Ghana is blessed. Look, there are places you don't know, you've never even heard of. But when you get there and you see the number of tourist sites that we have, David, you will be amazed. You will be. We've not even spoken about the northern
No, we
part
haven't
of
even gone to
Ghana.
the northern part of Ghana, and there's a lot more in the north as well.
Yes,
A
yes.
lot more,
You know,
in the
so
north.
between the upper east, upper west, you know, northern region
I
itself.
think Upper East, is that where, is Upper East, we have Sirigu, the pottery place, there's
You know, when you even go to Yendi, when you go to Paga, when you go to Mole, when you
all
go
of
to
them
all
have
of these,
sites.
you know,
Paganania. You know that area?
Yes,
There's
yes, yes. The Picoro slave village.
Picoro slave village. There's the slave market. The slave camp.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
I remember I've been there. You know, where you see where people were sitting.
And the Yana Palace itself.
Yes, that's also another
Do you get
one
it?
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
and the
so-
Greenwich Meridian actually passes through Yendi.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
it does.
You talked about
It passes through Yendi, and also up north you find the what is the mosque?
Larabanga.
Larabanga Mosque. You know, Larabanga Mosque also has the mystic stone very close to it. And these are things that tell our stories. You know, Ghana
When
is
you talk
beautiful.
about the mystic story, it just reminded me of the Koforidua three-headed tree. Yeah, you know, and then the umbrella rock.
Almost
and all those
everywhere,
things.
everywhere in this country is blessed with tourist sites and all. We need to tell our stories well. We need to package it, be deliberate about it. Look, the money we can get from these things.
Look, you know, and then the thing about Ghana also is that when we latch onto one thing, and it's like that's the only thing we know. So, for example, if you go to Koforidua, you know there's Boti Falls, but did you know there was also Accra Falls? You see, so that's what I'm saying. It's like when we find one thing, it's like it becomes the only thing we know.
Exactly.
Go to Accra Falls and see how impressive Accra Falls, and you're like, how come nobody talks about this one?
Can you imagine?
You know, but yeah, this is it. This is it.
Anyway, so we have a beautiful country. When you decide, you know, not to travel outside this country, but stay in and enjoy some domestic tourism, listen, there's so much. You will be overwhelmed. And so all of us as a people need to be deliberate about this if we want to grow our country. You know, government has its own role to play, but we citizens also have a certain role to play.
Absolutely.
So the next time you probably want to visit somewhere cozy, you know, somewhere for family and all that, in terms of hotels and other stuff like that. You can start from the Western region, the Maha Beach Resorts, you know, the Ankobra Beach Resorts, you know, up there, Axine, all these, Royal Senchi, Ridge Royal, beautiful stuff, Rock City, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff we can do.
Let me just do a quick birthday message here. This one says, happy birthday to General Lance Corporal Matthew Kweku Atapin Mensa and Minister Matthias Kweku Atakakra Mensa. And I'm sure they're twin brothers there. I wish them a fruitful year and may God bless them and shower his ultimate blessings upon them.